Hi guys, I am Chakwa and today I will be taking you through getting a least common factor when dealing with fractions. A least common factor. For example, we are given a question 3 over 4 plus 2 over 3. How do we solve a fraction, these two fractions? The first thing that we do, we have to find the least common factor of these two numbers of the denominator. The first common number that both the denominator goes to and leave no remainder is 12. How do you find 12? You multiply the two denominators, which is 4 multiplied by 3, and then you will get 12. Then this is our least common factor. And then after that, you say 12 divided by 4, it will give us 3. And then 3 is the remainder. You multiply with that 3 with the numerator, which is 3. 3 by 3, it will give us 9. Right? And the second part, with the second fraction, it will be the same thing as 12 divided by 3. 4, it would the answer would be 4, and that 4 multiplied with the numerator, it will give us 8. Then we have now this fraction. It's 9 plus 8. It will give us 9 plus 8 will give us 17. Then it will be 17 divided by 12. Then from here, this is an improper fraction. It's 17 divided by 12 is an improper fraction because a bigger number is in the numerator and the smaller number is in the numerator. How do we change an improper fraction to a proper fraction? Then from there, to change that, to make it an improper fraction, 17 divided by 12, you ask yourself, how many times does 12 goes into 17? It goes one time and it remains with 5. It's one time, remainder 5. It goes there one time and 5 remains. It's 5 divided by 12. Then that's our answer. Now this fraction is a proper fraction this time. Then that's how you solve fractions. Then let's look if we are given 3 fractions on how do we get the lowest common factor when we are given 3 fractions, and how do we make the fraction that we have a proper fraction if it's an improper fraction. Then let's look at the very same thing, 3 over 4 plus 2 over 3, and then we add 3 over 8 into it. We know that 4 can go into 8. Then from here, if it was just these two, our least common factor, it was going to be 8, because 8 can go into itself and 4 also can go into 8. But then our problem here is 3. 3, when it goes into 8, it leaves remainders. So we can use 8 as our least common factor. Then how do we find the least common factor of these 3 numbers in the denominator? We have to solve between 3 and 8, because we already know that whatever 8 goes into, 4 will also go into that number. Then the first one, we multiply this 2, 3 multiplied by 8, which will give us 24. Then our least common factor in this case is 24. Then to solve the fraction, we already know that it's 24 divided by 4. It's 24 is the least common factor divided by the denominator. And what remains, 24 divided by 4, it will be, let me just use a calculator. 24 divided by 4 will be 6, and 6 multiplied by 3, it will give us 18. 6 multiplied by 3, it will give us 18. Plus 24 divided by 3, it will give us 8. And 8 multiplied by 2, it will give us 16. And then plus 24 divided by 8, it will give us 4. And then 4 multiplied by 3, oh sorry, let me just check again. 24 divided by 8, it will actually give us 3. And 3 multiplied by 3, it will give us 9. Then we add the numbers in the numerator, of which 18 plus 16 plus 9, it will give us 43 divided by 24. Hence, again, this fraction that we have here is an improper fraction. Now, to make it a proper fraction, we do this again. It's 43. Hello, guys. It's 43 divided by 24. Now, from here, you ask yourself, to make it an improper fraction, how many times does 24 goes into 43? It goes how many times into 43? It goes once. And remainder, what's the remainder when it goes once? Then you say 43 minus 24, and it will give you 19. Then it leaves 19. Then it will be 19 divided by the denominator, which is 24. Now this fraction is now a proper fraction. Let's just do a quick recap. It's 3 over 4 plus 2 over 3 plus 3 over 8. Then to find the least common factor in those three fractions, we know that 4 can go into 8. But then we can use 8 as our least common factor because of the 3. 3 cannot go into 8 and leaves, because it leaves remainders when it goes into 8. Then to find the least common factor, we only consider 3 and 8. Reason being, anything that 8 can go into, also 4 can go into that number, because 4 is a factor of 8. Then we multiply those two numbers to get a least common factor, of which when we multiply 3 by 8, it will give us 24. Then 24 is our least common factor. It's also called an LCM. 24 is also called an LCM. From there, to solve a fraction, you say the LCM, let me just make it an equation that you can use when you are practicing. It's an LCM divided by the denominator, LCM divided by the denominator, multiplied by the numerator. Alright, let's see if the equation that we have just made, if it can work in this question. Then it's LCM, this is the LCM, divided by looking at the first fraction, which is this one. It's LCM divided by the denominator. It's LCM divided by denominator, which is 4, it's equals to 6. Then multiply by the numerator, which is 3, we get 18. So it's 18 there. Also with the second fraction, it's LCM, which is 24, divided by the denominator, which is 3, and then multiply by the numerator, which is 2, and we get 16 from that. And we also do the same with the third fraction, which will give us 9, and all together still divide by the our denominator, and also in LCM, which is 24. Then we add the numerator to get 43 divided by 24 right there. But then this fraction that we have here is an improper fraction. But to make it a proper fraction, what do? You then ask yourself, how many times does 24 goes into 43? Then it goes only once. Then it goes once, you put that one as a whole number. Then you ask yourself, how many remains when it goes into 24 once? 19 is the remainder of 43 and 19 and 40 of 24 and 43. Then our remainder is 19 divided by 24. So to make an equation out of this one, it's 24. You ask yourself, how many times does it go into the numerator? You get 1, then you put 1. Then to get 19, you simply say the numerator. You simply say the numerator minus the denominator. This number denominator. This number right here, it's just the numerator minus the denominator, then we get 19. Then the 24 remains as it is, we don't change anything into it. Then 1, remember, you ask yourself, how many times does 24 goes into 43? And it only goes once, and leave a remainder of 19. Then it's one whole number, 19 divided by 24. Then now it's a proper fraction, because a smaller number is in the numerator and the bigger number is in the denominator. Alright guys, I hope you have gained something from this session, and also tomorrow don't forget to tune in so that you can get more session on mathematics. Thank you.